I tried making this video yesterday and it didn't work out very well because it turns out that my hard drive was full and then I couldn't render it at the end and it wouldn't work. The video did not come to be. It tried to render, but there was too much stuff on the hard drive, and silly me, I started deleting things from the movies, including the raw footage. Anyway, I went through about 4 or 5 tries to put a video together, and I think it was woefully lacking. I had bits of this one and bits of that one, and it would drop frames here and there, and then it would drop the sound, and then you'd play it, and you'd have the image, and then it would drop frames, and then you wouldn't have any sound, and if you go back and play it again, you would have some sound. It was a bit of a disaster. But here we are again, making this video again. Usually I make a video right away when I first open a bottle. But in this instance, the bottle has been opened already. This is a Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It says Kentucky's first distillery. It says Evan Williams set up his distillery on the banks of the Ohio River in 1783 and is historically recognized as Kentucky's first distiller of bourbon. This special bourbon is a genuine sour mash that honors the pioneering heritage. Extra smooth sour mash distilled from the time-honored formula originated in 1783. Evan Williams is produced in the heart of Kentucky's bourbon country. The bourbon is aged for a smoother, more complex flavor, world-renowned by bourbon lovers. And that's basically what it says on there. This one, interestingly enough, is charcoal filtered, much like the Jack Daniels, which is a Tennessee whiskey. And the bottle even resembles the Jack Daniels. But you know what? This stuff costs a lot less than Jack Daniels. And in my humble, self-educated opinion, I believe it's a superior whiskey. It's made using similar techniques. Right away on the nose, I'm getting some cherries. And I'm also getting some, it's caramel and vanilla, your standard bourbon kind of nose. There's a bit of a rye hint to it. You can smell the rye on there. Now I'll just stroll the glass around a little more. Yeah, definitely cherries, rye. Pretty simple. Caramel, vanilla, and something else that's sweet. I can't really place my finger on what the sweetness is. Maybe it's from the corn that's in the mash. What else does it say here? Well, extra aged, it says, but it doesn't have an age statement, so we don't know exactly how old it is. I think it has to be 3 years old or 2 years old to be called a Kentucky straight whiskey. Yeah, I think it has to be at least 2 years old. The nose is tolerable. More of that cherry note. The taste. Definite caramel and vanilla. I'm getting the cherry again. There's a little something else in the way of fruit. It's almost like an apple cinnamon kind of thing. Yeah, a little bit. Especially on the aftertaste. There's a little bit of apple and cinnamon on the aftertaste. And this is not uncommon on with bourbons. This one is charcoal filtered. I think I mentioned that already. And one thing that helps it is it's 43% alcohol by volume. So that extra 3% as compared to like a Jack Daniels will carry the flavor better. And it has a lot less of that kerosene note. Almost none. You'd have to really look hard to find the kerosene in this that gives Jack Daniels its characteristic flavor. So Jack Daniels would be about $40 plus tax for a 750 ml. This one was like $22 or $24 plus tax. This is the winner, definitely. And you know, when you only pay $22 or $24 for a bottle and it tastes halfway decent, you're winning all the way. And yeah, if that's all I can afford, I would drink this. Sure. It would be fine for winter or summer. And yes, if you make cocktails and if you like mixing your bourbon with something, this would be an ideal bourbon for mixing or just for sipping and enjoying. If you're really not too fussy about complexity, because there are bourbon whiskeys that have a lot more complexity than this. But like I said, you know, it'll do. Evan Williams, to your health.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Yeah.